Yo, what is up everybody? It is your boy Super Nerd flying in, saving you from your boredom with the Forgotten City, where we are trying to locate and stop the person who is about to break the golden rule. So,
what now?
I need a bow from him, but it won't let me buy the bow from him, so I need to figure out a way to get that guy to drop out. How do I do that? The priestess. Oh, this guy doesn't
I have
like
nothing
me.
to say to you,
Whoopsies, kind of pissed this guy off last time. I forgot. I need a bow. The priestess. What about the priestess? Where does the priestess chill, man? I wish like there was you had a map. A map would be nice. I mean, it's not like it's a huge town, a huge area, but it is a little bit windy. Let's see what's up this way. Up this way is up. This is where we're gonna need to go. What's back here? Oh, there's more people.
Wonder how much one of these statues is worth on the outside.
Oh, that guy definitely sounds like he's about to break the golden rule.
Salve, stranger, and welcome to our idyllic little slice of the Empire. I'm Dacius.
Okay, what's your story, Dacius?
You mean how did I end up here? That is a lengthy tale.
Let's hear it.
Alright. Well, you see, I'm in the business of procuring rare and precious objects liberated from the enemies of Rome. Mostly sculptures, vases, the occasional slave, fetch a magnificent price in Roman high society. Had myself a nice little shop in Rome just off the Forum. Lots of foot traffic and close to the docks. Good place to be when the fires broke out. See, about 7 months ago, half of Rome caught on fire. Everyone who couldn't get to an outer gate was running for the river, open to escape by barge. So I gathered my coins and some priceless vases into a cart and had my most loyal slave girl, pretty young thing named Acantha, push it for me. All the way down to the river, I'm elbowing through a stampede of people, turning back now and then to make sure she hasn't legged it with my valuables. But, to my surprise, we make it, and I see this barge loading up, and it's so full it's almost sinking. But the captain's happy to take my coin, so I start boarding, and then he puts his hand on my chest and he says, "No, too heavy. The cart or the girl." So I did what anyone would have done.
Let me guess. Anyone should choose the girl. What this guy did was choose
Of course
the
I chose the cart. I mean, I can always buy a new slave girl if I still have my money. So I put my hand on the cart, and I guess she realised what was happening because those pretty black eyes of hers go all wide. And in one swift motion, she topples the whole bloody thing into the Tiber.
Ha, there you go. Exactly.
No, I dived in after it, of course. Aren't you paying attention? That was a bloody fortune. Only, I guess I must have hit my head or something, because everything went black. When I came to, I'd washed up on the riverbank not far from here, with nothing in the world but a single silver coin.
Sounds like you got what you
I
deserve.
couldn't agree more. I mean, sure, I'd lost a few thousand denarii, but I've already made it back, and this place is a veritable treasure trove. Look around you. There must be more gold in here than in the treasury of Rome. If I can just figure out how to get it out of here.
Do you know where?
I'm afraid not. If you're desperate, I did hear that Aurelia down at the tavern claims to know of a way out, but I'm not sure I trust her. Some people here are a little shady for my liking.
Yeah. Really? I hadn't. Thanks. I'll keep an eye out. This guy's the shady guy. What do you think of the good
Terrible
rule?
for inflation is what it is. There's so much gold just lying around, it's practically worthless. At least down here. Of course, I have an idea for generating real wealth, but what I need is a bow. Just a simple composite bow. I've scoured this city from top to bottom with no luck. But if you happen to find one, bring it to me and we'll talk.
He wants a bow. I need a bow. Hasn't been a straight band weapons?
Technically yes, but that just means you'll need to be a little discreet.
Let's see what I can
Thank
do.
you, friend.
Huh. Who are you going to vote
Malleolus. I mean, Sentius couldn't even keep his daughter safe. What hope does he have of protecting us?
for? I'd like you to vote for Sentius.
Not going to happen.
Well, damn.
Very well. Another time.
Well, I do need more. Oh, there's the priestess. And someone in jail. Hello.
Olave again. Did you find what you need?
I think I'll be going now. Because they haven't found it.
Hello? Hello?
Who, what's your story?
My name's Dooley. I live here now because I got in trouble and they said they had to lock me up.
What did you
I
do?
don't know. I don't remember things so good. I think it's just because I was looking for treasure.
Fortune smile on you, brother.
Yeah, but you're not supposed to be looking for treasure here, man. Did someone think you're going to steal?
Yes. But I wasn't. I was just looking. They
Is
said
that-
I did it more than once. But I can't remember things so good. Then they called me mean names. They called me a liar, Billy.
Oh, not a liar, Billy. A liability?
Yes. They said I have to live here now and gave me this letter. But I'm not good with words. Do you think you could read it for me?
So Dooley seems like he may not have ever learned how to read and maybe a bit slow. Let's go down into read mode. Magistrate Sentius to Dooleus. I'm writing to you in relation to your incorrigible anti-social behavior arising from your obsession with an alleged lost treasure. While I am sympathetic to your plight, the passing of your guardian Hannibal some weeks ago, I wish to impress upon you an important message. The treasure you seek does not exist. Given your memory limitations, it seems likely you simply misremembered. More importantly, since you have on several occasions been caught trespassing, including around the cisterns, which are strictly off limits to all citizens, I have reluctantly come to the conclusion that you are a liability to this community and must have your freedom limited, lest you break the golden rule. It is my hope that this letter will assist you to remember why you are incarcerated should you experience further lapses in memory.
What does it say?
Okay. It says that you got trust for okay, stop breaking the golden rule.
My treasure.
What
My
treasure?
friend Hannibal used to look after me. He said he always would. But then, he died. It was very sad. He said, if anything ever happened to him, I had to find something very precious hidden away. He gave me this key and made me promise to keep it safe until I found the treasure. But I couldn't find it. All I remember is he said something about the cisterns. But when I went up to the high one, they put me in here. Now nobody looks after me. Except my friend Galerius. And Ek, the priestess lady. She's a nice lady.
If you can give me the key, I can try to figure out
Hannibal
what it unlocks.
Said I shouldn't give it to anyone I didn't trust.
Dooley.
But maybe you could help me get out of here. Then I would trust you a lot.
Dooley. The magistrate put you here for a reason. The magistrate put
You're
you here.
mean. I don't like you.
Dooley, I need your key. You were put here. Well, you know what? At least we get to retrial.
Don't you just love springtime?
Yeah, man, springtime's great, Galerius.
Help! You have to do something.
Oh,
A man arrived in the baths. A real nasty sort, with his face all covered up. And he's got a weapon. You have to do something, or he's gonna break the golden rule.
For the men, our men entering the city. How's this my problem? Wait, who are you? How? I don't have a weapon. I'll see what I can do. How? I don't
None
have
of
a
us
weapon.
do. The magistrate made us throw them all into the chasm. So now this man's bow is the only one in the city.
Oh, I need a bow.
You'll just have to improvise. Are you daft or just callous? If you don't stop him, we're all going to die.
Okay. Just callous. Good luck. I'll get right on it.
Thank you. I have to hide. Find me in this.
Oh, dear. Do not go in there.
What? Why?
Just trust me.
All right, fine. Come and find me in my bakery instead. Please be careful.
Who are you?
Fabia, but now's not the time.
Fabia? Okay, well, we found someone new. Okay, so I definitely have him in here. Why? Oh god. Did I just die? So that's why I wasn't supposed to go into the old shrine. Well, good thing it just auto-saved, right? What does it say? Warning, shrine may collapse at any moment. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so don't go in there. Anything in there that I need? Look behind the shrine. It may collapse at any moment. No, okay. I would try to like make it collapse and then run out. But I think... Okay, we're back here. But I think it wouldn't work. Because it seems to lock you in there.
Stop right there. I'm looking for Tiberius Quinctius Crispus, otherwise known as Quinctius. Do you know where he is?
Yes, somewhere. Just inside the city. Second building on you. Okay, so I think this would get rid of him. Who's Quintius? I don't know.
I'm not sure I believe that, so allow me to explain something to you. I am here with orders from Emperor Nero himself to find and execute the cultist Quinctius for terrible crimes against the Empire. So, if you tell me the truth, I will allow you to live. But if you lie to me or otherwise obstruct the Emperor's business in any way, I will put this arrow through your chest. Is that understood?
Got it.
Thank you.
But I swear I wasn't lying.
Now tell me, who are you people, and what is this place?
Alright, well. Run it and you come and see for yourself. We're just a small community of strangers who round up your
A
bags.
small community. Ha! I was told Quinctius was a cultist, but I never thought he'd be foolish enough to lead me right to the heart of his mystery cult.
What's up? You've got... We're not cultists. Wait, what's a mystery cult? You've got the wrong idea.
Oh, don't play coy with me. I don't care if you're worshipping Bacchus, Magna Mater, or Christ. You lot are all the same to me. Always sneaking off to your secret sanctuaries, indoctrinating each other with your little mantras. The Emperor may have tolerated your activities up until now, but after what Quinctius did, those days are numbered.
What? You've got the wrong idea.
You
We're
say
not
that,
cultists.
but if you're not a cult, then why go to such great lengths to keep this place a secret?
I'm still looking for a way out. We're not keeping secret. We're all trapped.
So
here.
you admit you're not allowed to leave?
Well, it's not allowed here. We physically can't leave. There's no way out.
Threatening me is not going to help you. But in any case,
Promise.
that sounds an awful lot like a cult to me.
This
And
guy.
I saw the inscription saying, "The many shall suffer for the sins of the one." I take it this is some kind of mantra you all believe?
No. No, it's not a mantra. It's a warning.
A distinction without a difference.
N-
You've clearly
This
been
guy.
indoctrinated into this nonsense.
I don't think I'm saying the
Now
right things.
tell me, where did you lot get enough gold to make all these statues?
They're people.
You lot are practicing
fun.
human sacrifice too.
Oh my
You
god.
people disgust me.
This guy. A god. We
Of
don't know
course
which one.
you'd say that, but that's what your kind do, isn't it? Our God told us to do it. It's all clear to me now. The secret sanctuary, the indoctrination, the mantra, the human sacrifice. You're cultists.
I think I said
There's
all
no
the wrong
doubt in my
things.
mind. What baffles me is how a person can believe in something with such zeal.
Yo.
They just can't see what they've become. However, you still have a chance to redeem yourself by telling me where
Bruh.
Quintius is.
I think
Do
I
not waste
said
it.
all the wrong things. I have no idea where he is. What can you tell me about Quintius? I have to let this go. I want to help you even. What can you tell me?
Very
about
well.
Quintius?
Here's what I know. He's a 40 to 50-year-old man with distinctive eyes, one green and one blue. He's also known to have delusions of grandeur. The Emperor says he and his cult, your cult, are responsible for starting the fire which burnt half of Rome to the
Aha.
ground and killed thousands in the process.
Malleolus. Perhaps the Emperor was looking. Yeah.
Who are you to challenge what the Emperor says? Were you there? Do you have spies and scouts all over Rome, like he does? No, you do not. This is your last chance. Are
No,
you going to
they
tell
don't.
me where he is or not?
Fuck, man. Actually, I do know where he is.
Suddenly it's all coming back to you, is it?
In the villa. See, would this break the golden rule though? And this would get rid of Malleolus. Huh.
Thank
Yes, that's all.
you. For your service to the Empire,
but you-
I'll let you live for now. But you'd best make sure our paths don't cross again.
I hate to do it, but I can't see any other way to get this guy to hear sense. Wait, shit, dude. Can I take this? Can I? No, well. First shrine on the left. It's right there. Just walking. Ignore the note on the side of the door and just walk. 3, 2, 1.
Filthy, lying degenerate.
Bonk, 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 bonk. I'm really hoping that that does not count as a sin. Take the item. Take everything. But that solved our problem. We've done it. Option to find Quintius, the man with... No, I'm not gonna find Quintius. I'm not gonna find Malleolus. Hi. How you doing, my lady? Ask Malleolus what he...
Ave
No,
again.
that's a dumb idea.
Did you find what you need?
Do you know... Wait, out of here.
Come.
No, I'm going. So how did that guy end up here? How did that assassin man end up here? Magistrate?
Citizen.
We have a...
Ah, you return.
Yes, I'd like... No. Fuck Dooley. Can we talk about who's going to break the golden rule? What's your story? What do you think about... No. He...
Ask.
If...
Good.
Questions...
Of course.
Already figured out how to stop at least what happens next. Wait, I've already figured...
Well, Well, if you stopped one person
stay
from
here.
breaking
There
it
must be
and you're
someone
still
else who's
here,
about to break
allow me to explain.
When
When I discovered the ritual,
Tell me about
the crux of it is this. If you do anything to change the course of his to us, if you the if
One
I
second. We're gonna. None.
I know what you mean. It looks like you'll have to continue.
Wait.
Ask.
Well,
Good. Of course.
okay,
Well,
so.
if you stopped one person from breaking it and you're still here, then there must be someone else about to break it still. Allow me to explain. When I discovered the ritual to Proserpina, the instructions came with a warning about paradoxes. The crux of it is this. If you do anything to change the course of history in such a way that your very being here is impossible, you will have created a paradox. To illustrate, when the golden rule is broken, I will open the doorway that will bring you here to prevent it from being broken. If you manage to succeed in saving our lives, then I will have no reason to open the doorway, and you will never have come here. A paradox. You see? The same thing would happen if you, say, inadvertently, allowed me to die. If I can't summon you, then you can't be here, obviously. If either of those things were to happen, I am given to understand you would be flung back to your original time, having changed the course of history for us and yourself. So the fact that you are still here means someone is going to break the golden rule, and there is yet work to do. Understand?
Yes.
Excellent. So it looks like you'll have to continue your...
Alright, well,
Thank you.
we'll wait for Dooley maybe next time on our next attempt. But I want to do something, because every time I went to the temple,
Isn't the great temple majestic?
every time I went to the temple, the voice said I needed a bow. Inventory. Okay. Well. You can't. The whisper can't move. How do I open this though? What are those? So I'm guessing that's how I get into there. Huh. I can't move. You can't move. Like I said, he wants a bow, but I don't think I'm gonna give him a bow. I'm really hoping I didn't. I'm guessing that didn't break the golden rule, right? Alright. Fabia.
You took care of him?
I did take care of him. He tried
An
to accident.
accident? So, it's over? Oh God, that's such a relief. I really thought we were all going to die. I do have a question though. That shrine, the one I was going to hide in, did you know it was going to collapse?
If I said I'd be admitting to murder. If I said yes, I'd be admitting to murder.
I don't understand. Oh, I see. I should probably keep my big mouth shut then. Sorry.
You
I
give me.
promise, nobody else will ever know what you did. But I know. That was really clever. Thank you. I'm glad you're here. Oh, speaking of which, welcome. I'm Fabia. Sorry I was a bit frantic before. Need anything?
What's your story?
Oh, there's not much to tell. I mostly just bake bread and try to help out where I can.
How'd you end up here,
I
though?
suppose it all started about 8 months ago. I was living in Rome with my family when I got sick. Terrible timing. My pa had just arranged a husband for me, a fisherman's son. I was about to meet him for the first time when I came down with an awful fever. I spent the next week in bed. Pa paid priests to make offerings to Asclepius, a white rooster, then a goat. But nothing worked. In the end, they decided I'd do better outside the city. Clean air in the countryside would do me good, they said. But after about a day in a carriage on the Appian Way, I was getting worse, not better. I remember closing my eyes for a bit, and I guess I must have fell asleep, because when I opened them again, I was in a forest by a river.
Wait, what?
I suppose the driver took off with his fee and left me for dead. Can't say I blame him. I wouldn't have wanted to catch what I had either. Anyway, I went searching for help, stumbled across the trapdoor temple, and here I am.
Okay. Sorry to hear that's odd. Most of the others were in Rome before the week, but you're saying you were a day's ride away?
Oh, yeah. I suppose you're right. Hadn't really thought about it. But the gods are mysterious and powerful. Who knows what their plans are for us?
Huh. Interesting. So she's the only one who wasn't in Rome when she ended up here.
What? You've been here a few moments and you're desperate to get out already? Good people here. Galerius works hard on the farm so I can put food on our tables, and Lucretia tries to keep us healthy. My friend Georgius is always mending our clothes, and Virgil makes sure these old walls don't fall down around us. Well, he does his best. I'm just saying, there are worse places you could live out your days.
Fair enough. Alright, what do you think about the gold?
I try not to worry about it. I mean, if people are nice to each other, we won't have anything to worry about, will we?
Exactly, woman. I like your optimism.
Thanks. And I like your teeth. They're so white. And your clothes. Oh, I bet my friend Georgius would like to get a look at you. And I'm sure he'd love to chatter about the Golden Rule with you too. He'll be just across the forum in his shop.
Oh yeah, I like Georgius.
All right.
I've talked to him.
Thanks again for taking care of our problem. I won't forget it.
I mean, it wasn't me who broke the golden rule, right?
You there? I'm sorry to trouble you, but I couldn't help but notice that fine bow you're carrying. No idea how you managed to get your hands on it, especially in the light of our dear old magistrate's ban, but I'm impressed. And before you ask, no, I wouldn't dream of trying to buy it from you. I have no use for a wooden bow myself. But I would like to propose a joint business venture of sorts.
You know what? I'm interested.
Tell me, do you have any idea how people here end up as golden statues?
They break the golden rule. Come to life fast.
And here I was thinking I was the only one to figure it out. In any case, supposedly one or two of those arrows is enough to turn a full-grown man into gold. Now, of course, that is a travesty, a terrible, horrible waste of human life which has to be stopped. And yet, on the other hand, I can't help but think of a tale told by that Greek fella Aesop, the goose that laid the golden egg. With the ability to transmute organic matter into gold, one could create infinite wealth. Use your imagination. Golden animals, insects, trees and plants. The Midas touch without the drawbacks. We are talking riches beyond imagining. And even if we were to split all those riches between the two of us, half of infinite wealth is still infinite. Interested?
Yeah, I think they're gonna get some.
Look, I might have skimmed over that one, but don't be so pedantic. Are you interested or not?
Sounds gross.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm not suggesting we use such a bow on people. There's no profit in breaking the golden rule. Excellent. So the first question is, how do we get our hands on one of those golden bows? Now, I have a plan. But first, tell me, are you familiar with the story of the goddess Diana?
Artemis, give or take.
No problem. Allow me to explain.
Less of the Roman
Diana is our goddess of the hunt, the moon, and the underworld. depending on who you ask.
Didn't know this.
The one thing priests and poets agree on is that she carried with her a golden bow and a quiver of golden arrows. And it just so happens that there is a shrine of Diana in this very forum, with a prominent statue of the goddess herself. And would you like to guess what she's holding in her hand? Precisely. I can't tell you how many hours I've spent in that temple staring at it, trying to figure out how to retrieve it without breaking you-know-what. Oh, gods, no. If you tried that, we'd all be dead within moments, I'm sure. No, here's what I propose. You give your bow to me, I cover it in a thin layer of gold leaf, and we create a replica of a golden bow. Then you enter the shrine, extinguish the braziers, and under cover of darkness, swap out the fake for the original. It's not theft exactly, it's more of a trade. But make no mistake, this is a dangerous path, and there's no way of knowing where it will lead. But in my experience, all the best adventures begin with a risky first step. Now, you must have questions. Ask away.
Damn. I still think it'd break the golden rule, right? Why can't I just take
Because the gods would see you, of course. Hence my proposal.
Okay, why can't you do
I'm
so?
more of an ideas man, whereas you're obviously the more resourceful and heroic type. I have complete confidence in you.
Isn't that
When
extremely
Prometheus stole
dangerous?
fire from the gods and became a hero to all mankind, do you think he was worried about the danger?
Yes. Prometheus was also punished for eternity, if I recall.
Only because he was silly enough to get caught.
Mhm. That's
So,
not a question.
are you in, partner?
If you don't like action or horrible elements, feel free. Action or horror elements, feel free to decline. I do like action and horror elements.
Wonderful. Now,
Alright.
if you'll hand over your bow, I can get started applying a layer of gold leaf. This is a quality weapon. Now, bear with me for a moment.
Yeah.
And here we are, a gold leaf bow.
I don't know how this is gonna end for us, but fake gold bow. Okay.
Now, I've gone and unlocked the Shrine of Diana for you, so as quick as you can, head on inside. It's just at the end of the street on the left. May the gods not watch over you.
This could end really bad for us, just saying. Okay. Diana. Large statue of the ancient Roman goddess of the hunt. I don't know. I have a bad feeling about this. Swap out the fake bow for the real bow. How do I do that though? Oh no.
Is that you, partner? Do you have the bow?
Oh no.
Wonderful. Just go ahead and slide it under the door for me and I'll unlock it for you.
I know.
And yet you did. And now, here we are. With me out here, and you in there. Until you give me my bow.
How's this not against? You said you'd split the riches between the two of us.
No, technically, I never said that. I said, if we were to split all those riches between the two of us, infinite wealth is still infinite. It's hardly my fault if you can't tell the difference between a hypothetical and a promise, now is it? Oh, I do love a good loophole.
How can I trust you? Let me out right now. When I free myself, I'm going. How can I trust you after
You're just gonna have to take your chances, I'm afraid. The bow, now. And don't even think about giving me the fake one. I'll recognise my own handiwork.
I'll find another way out.
I would reconsider my position quickly if I were you. I'm not sure if you noticed, but you're stuck in there with a hornet's nest, and they can be rather aggressive toward intruders. You know, some say it takes 27 hornet stings to kill a man, but I always wondered how anyone could have known that. Let's find out if they were right, shall we?
my god. Okay, okay. I think my game's a little bit laggy there, but that's okay. Old chest, fletched arrows, perfect. Alright. So this voice in my head. Aha ha ha ho. Do I have to turn it to gold? Legit. I already knew that. I figured I would have to shoot that, but I just wanted to see like exactly. I did not need her help there. Alright, so that's a dead person. Unfortunately, poor dead person. Never used journal.
My beloved Galatea, I write this so that one day, when we're finally together, you will understand what I've done and why I had to do it. The others will call me mad or a monster, but I don't care what they think. Everything I'm doing here, I'm doing for you. I'll start at the beginning. Soon after my arrival here, as I walked down a corridor lined with golden statues, I thought I heard a whisper behind me, a rasp of air, as if vocal cords of metal strained to say a word or two. I tried to dismiss the idea, tried to concentrate on my work as the city's medic, but that tortured whisper haunted me. Weeks later, in the hallway to the bathhouse, I heard it again and found myself drawn to the statue of a Roman woman wearing a stola. Her face was contorted with anguish and fear, and disturbingly, it was as if she was looking right at me. As I walked past her, I heard that strange whisper again, and turning back, I discovered that even though I had moved, she was still looking right into my soul. That was when it dawned on me. This was no statue. This was a woman trapped within that golden prison. Naturally, I told the others, but when I could not reproduce the results of my experiment, they would not believe me. But from that moment on, I knew the full horror of this place. Immobilized within these statues are living human beings. It was that day, my love, that my heart broke.
Damn. Oh, sorry guys. A little bit of loading here. A little bit of loading. Alright, so don't know how that journal ended up in there, but so that is interesting. So there is a way. More arrows. I'm gonna walk down. I wanna see what's. Oh yeah. Oh god. That's kind of fucked up. I just kicked the fuck out of that. I'm like, get the fuck out of my way. I missed the first shot. I suck. Alright. Was not expecting a lot of combat. Okay. I do want to take a good look around. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything here. I don't even know where I'm at. So Odysseus is definitely an asshole. I figured that's the exact type of person he was. But I figured I needed the golden bow a little bit more than I needed to yeah, I figured I needed this golden bow.
You're not supposed to be here.
That's not good. We got some type of boss fight going on here. Huh. Alright. Yeah, a lot of people say I'm not supposed to be places. I'm down there. So I'm supposed to go down in the hole. Well, let me explore a bit, Miss Whispering Voice. Want to make sure I'm not missing anything. If you miss anything at any point on this game, I'm guessing, so it's always better to check. I might not miss anything. Auto, Garm, yeah, okay, leave item. Important, okay. Here we go. Someone groaning. I don't like when it's just someone groaning. Yeah. Are they all frozen? Yeah, they're all frozen. Oh wait, he has something in his hand. His hand is just weird. Okay, fix that. Right? Alrighty. And all these statues. Money, arrows. I feel like this way might be easier to get up. 1 to 1 to 1 to 1. No. Perfect. Okay, so we know the lady locked in that temple with the banging doors is one second, guys. Is alright, guys, I'm back. Sorry, just had to say goodbye to my girlfriend. She's going to work. Alright. And we're through. Okay. I don't like these peeled skeletons, guys. They're kind of creepy. And I'm guessing I'm not out of force just yet. Out of the storm just yet. distract them. Oh, I think I was supposed to wait. Oh my god, why do I suck so bad? This is what I'm supposed to be good at. Just at least aiming straight. Where did that go? Oh my goodness, guys. I'm sorry I suck so bad. There's a lot of these PO boys here. Ah, so we're on the other side of this. That's where we are. Alrighty. Cool beans, cool beans. I'll go through there in just a second. And more statues. Statues everywhere. Okay. Key to the palace doors. Let's take it. Nevia's journal.
My beloved Galatea, after I learned the terrible truth about the golden statues, I wandered the city as if in a nightmare. What must life be like for these poor souls, entombed in gold, but kept alive somehow? Trapped in their own personal Tartarus, consigned to eternal torment, too horrific for any sane mind to comprehend. I tried to offer them what small mercies I could. I began to talk to them, to keep them company. I'd imagine backstories for them, give them names, and tell them of the world, of the histories and stories I'd learned as a child. As the others became more concerned by my charity, I sought solitude from them, preferring the company of my tormented charges. Discovering a way into the abandoned palace, I began to spend my days walking its halls and sharing with its occupants ancient tales, my mind turning to those of Apollo and Daphne, Perseus and Medusa, and Pygmalion and Galatea. Pygmalion, the sculptor who fell in love with a beautiful statue, and who, praying to Aphrodite for aid, discovered that his beloved Galatea had come to life. It was then that I heard you whisper to me, Galatea. Forgive me. I know that is not your real name, just one I have borrowed from a story. But when I turned to look at you, I saw the most exquisitely beautiful woman I have ever known. Your face, forever frozen in a look of haunting sadness. Our meeting gave me new purpose, to free you from your golden prison, so that I might one day hear you speak, not just whisper your true name to me. So I gathered tools for the long and difficult task ahead, barred the doors to this place, and set to work.
So she's... she's peeling the statues. Where am I going? Oh, right there. So this shit kind of went a little bit crazy here in the statues and now thinks she needs to free them all. But it seems as though... oh god, I fell. Oh, son of a bitch. But it seems as though they don't want to be freed. As if... maybe... it's worse than just being frozen for them. So... oh no, it's right here. Sorry guys, trying to remember where I'm going. Alright. Oh, I see. Wait a minute. Right? No. Not right. Just making the jump.
Kill me.
Oh god. Yeah. Why would you like kill him? Ouch. You hit me through the thing, dickhead. No, you know what? I'm wasting arrows. Wasting all my arrows right now. My question is, when is this night gonna end? Or day? I've been in here for a minute. There's so many of these statues, man. Golden statue, young Roman with raises. Alright. More fish sauce. Alright, it's gonna be a statue here, and I know that. Go away. That didn't go perfectly, but hey. Oh, I think it was meaning for me to shoot that and then shoot that. That would make sense. Her journal part.
My beloved Galatea, my attempts at freeing these souls from their golden prisons have not been going to plan. My first charge was a Greek woman who I called Iodame after the Athenian turned to stone by Medusa. Drilling through the gold that encased her, I was vindicated by the discovery that beneath half an inch of gold, which is so rigid it must be some kind of alloy, was living flesh. Unfortunately, this golden alloy seems to have fused with her skin, so removing it exposed the sinew and muscle beneath and appeared to cause her great pain. At first, I braced myself, expecting that inflicting such pain would break the golden rule, and yet, somehow, it did not. It seems whichever god is responsible for imprisoning these poor souls does not care about their suffering at all. They are forsaken. Undeterred, I pressed on, working late into the night, attempting to remove the golden layer that encased her as delicately as I could. Eventually, I was able to free most of her body, but when I released her from her restraints, her first act was to lunge for my throat, clawing at me with all her strength and those sharp metal talons. This was my thanks for trying to save her. Whatever possessed Iodame to attack, she was clearly not a suitable subject for my experiment, and I was forced to lock her inside an isolated wing of the palace and bar the door. As I continued working on others, I could hear her flailing and launching herself at the other side endlessly. Regrettably, my other experiments bore similar results, and after relocating a few times, most of the palace is now too dangerous to work in. Still, as much as my heart aches to know that you're suffering, I cannot risk attempting to ungild you yet. Not until I have perfected a method that will bring you back to me, whole in both mind and body, and ensuring your humanity is preserved. I promise you this. One day we will be together, even if I have to free every last statue in this god's forsaken place.
Damn. These experiments don't look like they're going to. Oh my god. The fuck is she trying to do, man? Holy crap. I don't like this. You wish me through the statue somehow?
And you must be the wretched snake who broke into my palace and disturbed my experiments. And, worst of all, look at what you made me do to her. This never would have happened if you just stayed away. You're going to pay for that. And do you think I care about that? I don't care what happens to me, as long as you get what you deserve.
It's nothing to do with me.
Liar! I locked and barred the gate. I left a message warning you all to leave me alone. I just wanted to do my experiments in peace, for her. And now look at her. You made me turn the most beautiful woman I've ever seen into this. Look at her. She's in agony. All I wanted was to spend my last moments with her, to see her beautiful face, to hear her speak freely, instead of in those cryptic whispers. But as soon as I began my work, she stopped whispering to me. And now I discover she started whispering to you instead. What's so special about you?
I didn't hear any of it. Sounds like you lost one. It's not just the statue, it's a lot of them. It's always the same voice.
What do you mean, the same voice?
Someone else through the statues.
Yes. I remember when they used to whisper to me. They did sound similar. I just thought it was because all voices sound the same when they whisper. But now that I think about it, they were all benevolent and seemed to share a common knowledge. But if these bodies are mere conduits for that one voice, then this body is nobody. And everything I've done here was... Wait, I see what you're doing. You're trying to steal her away from me. Were you planning to wait until I'd done all the hard work, then swoop in? Is that it? Liar! You tried to steal her away from me, and now look what you made me do. Give me one good reason why I shouldn't peel you too.
I will end up here, but all I want to do is...
What are you talking about?
Driving under the city.
Wait. So you're saying you weren't coming for us?
No. I'm planning to kill you, but then I never had any intention
So
of
I
hurting
did
you.
all this. I ruined her. For nothing. What have I done? Oh God, I feel sick. I can't bear the thought of her being like this. And in so much pain. It's the air coming into contact with her flesh. It's agonizing for them. But the only way to fix it will be to break the golden rule and let it run its course. At least that way she'd be golden again, and we'd be together. All it would take is one little cut.
I can undo this. I'd be only... Wait,
It's too late. There's nothing you can do.
I can cover her in gold
What?
again.
How?
It's golden bow.
Really? I'm not sure I believe you. But if you can undo this mess, I'll give you the key to my old medical chest in the Shrine of Apollo. I imagine it would help Lucretia ease the suffering of those still in the city. But if you're lying to me, I'll break the golden rule and kill you and everyone else in this city.
Man, I think
Understood.
this chick needs to be turned to gold. Alright, stand back. Here we go. Done.
took away her pain.
I'm a wizard,
I
Harry.
don't know what to say. Thank you, thank you. I swear I will never harm her again. I swear it. I'll stay here to keep her company. But these poor souls, what can be done for them? I've tried everything I can. I fear the only one capable of releasing them properly is whichever god doomed them in the first place.
Yep.
In any case, I must honor our bargain. Here's the key I promised you. It opens a chest in the Shrine of Apollo. I believe there are a few things in there which may be useful to Lucretia.
Have I found Lucretia? I don't think I found Lucretia, right? Thank you.
Now, please leave. The door here leads out onto the palace balcony. You should be able to make your way down from there.
Goodbye,
Go,
Nadia.
and never return.
Hey man, not my fault you're cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. How did... Can you tell me how you got here? Alright, nope. Well, I think we did it. Right, this is a plan. Hello, my lady.
Ave again. Did you find what you need?
I did. I've been asking how do I
And
end
did
up
you
here.
notice anything? A pattern?
Some people want
That's
your memory
true.
lapse.
I know I wasn't entirely sure how I wound up here. It's as I feared. I think I understand what poor Livia has been going through. You mentioned earlier you met a young woman in the forest named Karen, yes?
That's right.
I see. And was this Karen by any chance wearing a hood?
No. She was wearing a hoodie. How could you have known?
Because I've seen her before. There's something I think you should see. I think you'd better follow me to the baths.
I'll meet you in the baths.
But don't follow too closely. We can't have people thinking we're bathing together.
Oh, so I can press E and it'll auto walk me there. I don't know how closely I'm not supposed to be following. I know the priestess. I don't know how long I'm supposed to wait, but I'm gonna go now. Maybe I should have waited longer, maybe? I don't know. She didn't tell me how long to wait. Okay.
All right, you're here. You were asking how I knew the young woman you met by the river was wearing a hood. Here, look down at the bottom of the baths. It's a little hard to make out in this light. If only we could see. Oh, what a marvelous lamp. But do you see it? Somebody waking up by a river in a forest to find a hooded figure with a coin. It's just as you described it, only your pronunciation is a little off. The name you heard wasn't Karen. It was C-H-A-R-O-N, as in Charon, the ferryman of the dead.
Oh my god.
Charon, who, in exchange for the right coin, helps the souls of the newly deceased cross the Styx, the river that separates the land of the living from the land of the dead.
When I dragged you out of the river, I thought you were never gonna wake up. I checked your pockets for ID, but all I found was some loose change. Feels like I've spent my whole life in a dead-end job with an endless commute. Sorry if I sounded cagey, it's just that I don't always get the best reactions when I introduce myself. My name's Karen.
I'm so sorry, my friend. I'm so sorry. I take it you know what this means.
This place is the underworld.
I'm afraid so. It's all starting to make sense. All these people whose last memory was running from the fires toward the river. It seems none of them escaped with their lives after all. Perhaps we should be grateful they don't remember their final moments. It also tells us that the Golden Rule is the work of Pluto.
I knew it!
The god of the underworld, and why his epithet has always been Father of Riches. I know it's a lot to take in, and you look as if you have questions, so I'll try to answer them if I can.
Oh my god. I figured the gold statues, it could very much be Pluto, because I remember once upon a time hearing a story about Pluto and being like super related with riches. So we're all dead. So we're dead?
That was my first thought too. In the old stories, the underworld was where the souls of the deceased were taken. But it was also possible for the living to reach it without dying, if they were particularly fearless. So I'm afraid I don't know.
Yeah? What can you tell me?
I'm sorry. I keep forgetting you're not from here. If you were Roman, or even Greek, you would know these stories. Each of them is slightly different, whether the storyteller was Plato, Homer, Virgil, or Ovid. But they always involved the souls of the dead meeting a grim ferryman named Charon on the bank of a river. It was said that he'd help the new arrival cross, only if they could pay him with a coin, an obol. That's why it was once our custom to bury our loved ones with a coin in their mouths. Charon's obol, we called it. Of course, an obol was a kind of Greek coin, because we inherited this knowledge from the Greeks.
Inherited, stole, all of the above. Why didn't you all recognize Charon immediately?
To be fair, the ferryman isn't exactly as the poets described, and he, she, they seem to appear to different people in different guises. You say you saw a young woman named Karen with a hood, and I once heard Kabash mention a stranger in a ram headdress named Kerti, and Rufius described meeting a stranger named Kumut Tabal wearing an eagle headdress. But whatever form this stranger took, they were always wearing a hood of some sort, and their name always began with a K sound. I suspect the only way you'll solve this riddle is if your paths cross again.
So I need to somehow meet Karen again. Why are there so few people
Good
here?
question. Let's see. In the stories, Charon would always require a coin as payment for passage across the river. But that never made any sense to me. What does an ancient immortal being need with coins? In our case, it seems Charon didn't take the coins we had. He or she merely checked we had one in our possession. So, maybe there's something special about the coins each of us had on us. That might explain why we wound up here, but so many others did not.
Interesting. You trying to keep this?
No. I mean, I had my suspicions, especially after Livia's ramblings, but I would never have figured it out without your help. I promise you.
Alright, I believe you. So
Now that we know where we are, we have to figure out what to do about it, if we don't want to be cast into gold for eternity. We don't have much to go on, except the old stories. I remember 4 in particular about heroes in the underworld. Hercules, the demigod and son of Jupiter. Orpheus, a Thracian poet. Sisyphus, a king of Ephyra. And Aeneas, a Trojan hero. Hercules was able to leave the underworld because he cowed its god with his strength. Sisyphus and Orpheus both relied on their wits instead. They persuaded the goddess of the underworld, Proserpina, to help them escape. And finally, Aeneas was able to escape with the help of a spirit guide, who led him through a secret gate. So it seems you have 2 options: to confront the god of the underworld head-on, or find a way to escape with the help of Proserpina or some other guide.
Well, it definitely seems like Proserpina, or Persephone, is trying to help us. I'm guessing that's that voice. Can't we just escape the way we came in? And I've noticed you seem more comfortable calling him by his name. Why is that? Tell me about the comfort in the gun.
All Romans try to avoid saying it, and the reason is quite simple. He might hear us. You may refer to him as Pluto, if you wish, but you'll only be calling attention to yourself. Do so at your own peril.
Pluto. Gotcha. Can't we just
It's a
escape?
reasonable question, but the problem is, this place is fairly well designed to keep us here. There's no way to climb up the shaft. And even if you could build a ladder big enough, just trying it would break the golden rule. We know that, thanks to the writings left behind by those who've tried.
Tell me more about Proserpina.
As I mentioned, both Orpheus and Sisyphus were said to have persuaded Proserpina to help them escape, and Aeneas was guided to the exit. The problem is, those are the stories of a poet, a self-aggrandizing king, and a brawler about their own heroic deeds, so they should be taken with a grain of salt. First, Proserpina. What we do know about her is, well, it's a grim tale. It's said the god of the underworld abducted and dragged her here against her will, forcing her into marriage.
That's horrible.
It is. The gods are a mirror image of mankind, as far as cruelty is concerned, I'm afraid. If the stories are true, I imagine she's as desperate to escape as we are. If she really did help Orpheus and Sisyphus, perhaps she'll help us too. The problem is, how do we communicate with her without being noticed by her captor? Leaving that aside for a moment, there is also the possibility of a spirit guide. I don't suppose you've come across one of those in your travels?
I hear the female session was
Truly? And you're only bringing this up now? Then
I don't
again,
wanna seem
I
crazy.
suppose you were worried I'd think you were as mad as Navia.
Exactly.
Can you tell me more? Is it the same voice? What kinds of thing does it say?
It's always the same voice, and she's helpful. It's a little cryptic.
Fascinating. Perhaps she's a benevolent spirit. Or perhaps... Perhaps you're hearing the voice of Proserpina herself. If she has indeed been abducted, it would make sense for her to speak in cryptic whispers to avoid detection. Tell me, has she told you anything that might lead you to the way out?
Wade against the current, and her tears run through the city. She weeps where the water flows.
That is strange. There are no rivers here. Let me think on that.
The aqueduct, right? Perhaps I need to get into the upper cistern. I was really hoping you could tell me what.
Right, because the current flows into the city through the aqueduct and into the upper cistern. I vaguely recall wondering what was in there, but the door at the back of the great temple is locked up tight. You might be able to get a key from the magistrate, but if that doesn't work, perhaps you can find another way in. Let me know if you find anything in there.
Tell me more about confronting Pluto head on.
Is everyone so blunt where you're from?
Hell yeah, brother.
That option would be the boldest, but also the only way to learn the truth about the Golden Rule, and maybe even put an end to it. As I said, Hercules managed to overpower the god of the underworld, but he was a demigod. Forgive my candor, but you are no Hercules.
Ooh, roasted! Ouch. I thought we were friends, man. Hercules can't manipulate time or turn organic matter into
Are you
gold.
telling me that you can? I won't pretend to understand exactly what that means, but if that's true, then perhaps you stand a chance. So, if you want to confront him, I'll help you as much as I can. Who knows? Perhaps your name will be uttered in the same sentence as Hercules one day. But first, you'd need an audience with you-know-who, and for that, you'll need to enter the great temple overlooking the city. The problem is, the door has been sealed shut for as long as I've lived here, and there doesn't even seem to be a keyhole. I suspect the answer lies in the desecrated obelisk in front of it. I'm not sure if you noticed, but there are 4 plaques missing from its base. It looks as though somebody, or a series of somebodies, forcibly removed them, and in doing so, dishonored and angered our divine keeper. If you could recover and replace all 4 of those missing plaques, I imagine he might be willing to receive an audience again.
Can you tell me about the obelisk?
It's the towering stone monument with 4 sides and a pyramid-shaped head that stands before the great temple, a dedication to the god of this place. You'll find them all over Rome, but of course they were looted from Egypt many years ago. It seems one of them made its way here too, although how is a mystery. However, this one is unusual in that each of the 4 sides is decorated in a different style: Roman, Greek, Egyptian, and another I don't recognize. That means you'll need to recover 4 different plaques: Roman, Greek, Egyptian, and a 4th, a mystery plaque.
Gotcha. Where do you...
Good question.
Could I find them?
To answer that, we first need to ask who would have defaced the obelisk in the first place. It would have had the god's name engraved into it, so it may be that whoever desecrated it wanted that name to be forgotten. And there's only one group of people I know of who might want to do that. There's a cult in Rome that often argued there is only one true god. Theirs, of course. They've been known to start fires, as well as deface religious monuments whose existence challenged their beliefs. If I were you, I'd go looking for them. Of course, they've all been in hiding since the fire last year, so finding them won't be easy. But I did hear a rumor they have a secret shrine somewhere in the city. Perhaps, if you could find that, you might be able to recover the Roman plaque.
Well, I do know where that is, actually, so we can find that. Where's the
I
Greek?
don't know. But perhaps you should begin your search with the local Greek fellow, Georgius. His store is in the forum.
Well, that was a lot shorter.
Perhaps Kabash, our Egyptian resident, would be able to tell us. Unfortunately, he disappeared weeks ago. But I did hear Aurelia is peddling rumors about him at the tavern, so perhaps you could talk to her, or just take a look in his room.
Gotcha. And mystery.
I'm afraid you're on your own with that one, but perhaps the goddess will help guide you to it when the time is right.
Gotcha. Let's talk about something else. Alright. I'm ready to get started.
I would suggest not discussing this with anyone. The best we can do for them is to let them remain oblivious for as long as possible. As for Livia, it seems she's been shouldering the weight of this terrible secret all this time. Perhaps it would comfort her to know she's not alone.
Oh my god. I don't know, man. I'll have a chat with Liv first.
In any case, time is of the essence, so you'd best begin. May Fortuna guide you. Although you may not need her with Proserpina on your side.
Alright. Awesome. Damn. That's crazy. Alright. So, we have this... I expected, like, Pluto to be... I completely am not surprised that it's
Isn't
Pluto.
the Great Temple majestic?
I'm not surprised it was Pluto because I remember some of the stories. What I am a bit surprised about is that it's in the underworld apparently, so that's a cool twist.
Isn't the Great Temple majestic?
Anyway, hope you guys, we're gonna end this here. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, come back tomorrow for some more. We will be playing some more of this on Thursday, so do come back for more. I am really enjoying this game. I'm actually thinking about doing another playthrough already because, like, if there's 2 different ways... Oh, there's Lucretia. Finally, I found her. Alright, well, I'll help her later. For now, we'll just save and exit. But, Hope you guys enjoyed. Come back tomorrow for some more. Come back Thursday for some more Forgotten City. This game is amazing. I really love the storytelling. I love the mystery behind it. I really love it all. It's really good. Don't forget, spoiler warning. Hope you guys enjoy. Have a nice rest of your day. And I'll catch you in